I actually came across this story right here a couple days ago, but I forgot to actually do a video about it because I got caught up in other stories that were being sent to me. But luckily, the story popped right back up on the front page of my home screen. So now we're going to discuss this, and thankfully, it's not too far out. So, in this picture, you see two people by the name of Marcus Eriz, he's 24, and Wynne Lee, she's 23. And both of them were arrested earlier in the week in connection to the death of a 6-year-old boy by the name of Aiden Leos, 6 years old. And basically what happened was it was a road rage incident. They got into a road rage incident with this boy's mother, and they took a gun and shot it through her windshield, I guess with the attempt to hit her, but ended up missing and hit her child, and her child ended up dead. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article coming from the LA Times. It was posted on June 7th, 2021. California Highway Patrol officials said Monday that they believe they have recovered the gun used to kill 6-year-old Aiden Leos on the 55 freeway last month, as well as the vehicle from which a passenger fired the deadly shot. Surveillance investigation and tips all played a part in identifying the suspects in the killing of Aiden, officials said. After the May 21st shooting on the 55 freeway left the Orange County community sad and in shock, investigators said the California Highway Patrol circulated an image of a white vehicle said to belong to the suspects. In the weeks that follow, officials received hundreds of calls and emails that said, a reward for an arrest and conviction funded by family members, donations, county officials, and local businesses climbed to $500,000. The effort led to two suspects, 24-year-old Marcus Anthony Eriz and 23-year-old Wynne Lee, who were taken into custody at their home in Costa Mesa on Saturday. On Monday, CHP officials said they received a tip and worked to enhance an image of the license plate on the vehicle, which led them to identify the couple. Then they began to investigate the couple's backgrounds and determined that they commuted along the 91 corridor to two workplaces in the Inland Empire. Investigators then were able to determine that the couple were in the area of the shooting at the time it occurred. At a Monday afternoon media briefing, Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer said Eriz and Lee would be arraigned Tuesday and a decision on the charges to be filed would be made by then. We are reviewing the evidence and we're looking at every single legal theory in conjunction with that evidence, he said. Spitzer said the suspect had ignored his request to turn themselves in and now they would be held accountable. At this point, quite frankly, I have absolutely no sympathy or empathy whatsoever. Louis Shapiro, a prominent criminal defense attorney in Los Angeles, said Spitzer is more likely to file a second-degree murder charge against the shooter because the prosecutor needs to be able to demonstrate to a jury that the shooter acted deliberately with conscious disregard for human life. He said it would be difficult to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the shooter committed first-degree murder because it has not appeared to be a premeditated act, which is smart because even though they did what they did, they didn't plan on that happening because they didn't plan on running into this woman because they didn't know who she was before that day. Shapiro said the driver will probably be charged with being an accessory to the crimes for which the shooter is charged. CHP Assistant Chief Donald Goodbrand said information from the public had been extremely helpful, but he declined to discuss the reward money and whether someone was eligible to claim it. He said the gun was found someplace other than the Costa Mesa home where the two suspects live. A white 2018 Volkswagen Golf Sports Wagon SE registered to Lee's parents was discovered by the CHP officials and impounded Sunday evening as evidence in a murder case, according to records reviewed by the Times. It fits the description of the vehicle circulated by officials and connected with the fatal shooting. The Volkswagen was registered to an address where Lee had lived with her parents, but it was recovered from an address in Whittier where Eriz's father lived in the mid-1990s, according to public records. The owner of the home may be one of Eriz's relatives. Eriz had also received at least 4 traffic citations in Orange County in recent years, including a November 2020 citation for failing to obey lane signs for high occupancy vehicles. Authorities believe Lee was the driver and Eriz was the shooter the day of Aiden's death. Eriz also showed knowledge and ownership of firearms through purchases and on social media. One of the weapons he displayed in the post on his Instagram account was capable of delivering the deadly round, officials said. Aiden was riding in a boosted seat in the back of his mother's car when he was struck by a bullet in an apparent act of road rage. His mother held him in her arms until paramedics arrived. Unfortunately, the doctors could not save him. I keep telling y'all about that damn road rage, especially when PC's involved. They do not like being cut off in traffic. I don't know what the case was may have been going on, but they need to also throw, if they have not done, maybe I read it and I missed it, but if they have not done so already, they need to throw attempted murder charges on there too, because the bullet was made or aiming for the mother of the car. But he missed and ended up shooting through the back window where the boy sat, killing him. So it definitely should be some, if it's not there already, need to be some attempted murder charges on there on the fact that he was aiming for and going for the mother and tried to kill her in the midst of this road rage. But I keep telling you about that road rage in PC. And of course, we have the Asian sidekick who is, right there with Zaddy. I wonder if they're gonna, if the whole Stop Asian Hate is gonna come out and what they're gonna say about this. See, it's amazing what they'll be quiet on, and amazing what they'll speak about. Now, they said that they don't believe she's the one that pulled the trigger. They believe she was the driver, but hey, she was there. She was there, and it doesn't sound to me like she was trying to stop him from actually doing it, because he had enough wherewithal to pull that gun out and enough time to aim it in the direction and enough time to pull the trigger. It wasn't a quick thing where she couldn't have reacted and said, look, don't do it and everything like that, or move over and, So, hey, if they send her up the river, which they're probably not, so be it. But if they do, oh well. But yeah, that's crazy. Like, and I know that the mother, she's probably going through it, because it's like, you're driving and you don't even know why these people are pointing a gun at you. She probably doesn't even realize that she did anything wrong. She probably didn't even do anything wrong, but in their eyes, in his eyes, he saw it as her, being wrong. Maybe he felt like he was cut off or everything like that. But like I tell you, PC, they are some of the worst people when it comes to road rage. I think one of the most craziest road rage stories I've ever heard was when this PC individual had actually, I guess they got cut off in traffic, and they pulled into the parking. They like literally followed this person to their neighborhood, to where they lived, going out of the way of where they were going to go and confront the person for cutting them off in traffic. I saw another one where it was similar, but this time they pulled into a parking lot, I think of a Walmart, and confronted them about cutting them off. But the more deadlier one, of course, was the one on the story that I did a couple years ago about the young black girl who was getting ready to go to college. And I guess she cut the guy off, and he did what this guy did, which is what this story really reminds me of. He pulled out his gun, shot through her windshield, or shot through her window, striking her in the head, and then she crashes into a ditch, and of course she unfortunately died from her injuries. But thankfully they actually got that case right and sent his ass to jail for life. One of the rare instances where they actually get it right. But I forgot the young lady's name. Y'all remember though. That happened, I think, in Delaware. Excuse me. But yeah, when it comes to PC, their road rage is unmatched. Like, don't even try to attempt to out road rage them. You won't do it. It will be unsuccessful. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.